going out here too, because otherwise everyone hears me, but they don't realize if anyone's watching, they don't understand anyone else is here. So we're singing, or if we Srimad Bhagavatam time, we chant verses. That way, everything can be heard by everyone else who sees this. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Vijana Vallabha Girivardhari Vijana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashoda Nandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashoda Nandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So, on Sundays, we read Caitanya-caritamrita. Most of the week we have Srimad Bhagavatam class, and Fridays, if you're here, we read the Srila Nectar book. So a little variety there. So we've been kind of skipping here and there in Caitanya-caritamrita because we don't have all the volumes together. But I thought, okay, why not just start from the beginning? And since we don't have that volume either, so we'll do it with one of these devices. This is good. So this is chapter 1, Adi Leela chapter 1. Chapter is called The Spiritual Masters. And it looks like there's a little introduction of the chapter first, which I'll read. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than the combined form of Sri Radha and Krishna. He is the life of those devotees who strictly follow in the footsteps of Srila Rupa Goswami. Srila Rupa Goswami and Srila Sanatana Goswami are the two principal followers of Srila Swarup Damodar Goswami, who acted as the most confidential servitor of Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, known as Vishwambar in his early life. A direct disciple of Srila Rupa Goswami was Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. The author of Sri Caitanya-caritamrita, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, stands as a direct disciple of Srila Rupa Goswami and Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. The direct disciple of Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami was Srila Narottama Das Thakur, who accepted Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti as his servitor. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur accepted Srila Jagannath Das Babaji, the spiritual master of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who in turn accepted Srila Gaurkishore Das Babaji, the spiritual master of Om Vishnu Pad Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj, the divine master of our humble self, which is Srila Prabhupada writing this. Since we belong to this chain of disciplic succession from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this edition of Sri Caitanya-caritamrita will contain nothing newly manufactured by our tiny brains, but only remnants of food originally eaten by the Lord himself. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does not belong to the mundane plane of the three qualitative modes. He belongs to the transcendental plane beyond the reach of the imperfect sense perception of a living being. Even the most erudite mundane scholar cannot approach the transcendental plane unless he submits himself to transcendental sound with a receptive mood, for in that mood only can one realize the message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What will be described herein, therefore, has nothing to do with the experimental thoughts created by the speculative habits of inert minds. The subject matter of this book is not a mental concoction, but a factual spiritual experience that one can realize only by accepting the line of disciplic succession described above. Any deviation from that line will bewilder the reader's understanding of the mystery of Sri Caitanya-caritamrita, which is a transcendental literature meant for the postgraduate study of one who has realized all the Vedic literatures, such as the Upanishads and Vedanta Sutra, and their natural commentaries, such as the Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. This edition of Sri Caitanya-caritamrita is presented for the study of sincere scholars who are really seeking the absolute truth. It is not the arrogant scholarship of a mundane speculator, but a sincere effort to serve the order of a superior authority whose service is the life and soul of this humble effort. It does not deviate even slightly from the revealed scriptures, and therefore anyone who follows in the disciplic line will be able to realize the essence of this book simply by the method of oral reception. The first chapter of Sri Caitanya-caritamrita begins with 14 Sanskrit verses that describe the absolute truth. Then the next 3 Sanskrit verses describe the principal deities of Vrindavan, namely Sri Radha Madan Mohan, Sri Radha Govindadev, and Sri Radha Gopinathaji. The first of the 14 verses is a symbolic representation of the supreme truth, and the entire first chapter is, in actuality, devoted to this single verse, which describes Lord Chaitanya in his 6 different transcendental expansions. The first manifestation described is the spiritual master who appears in 2 plenary parts called the initiating spiritual master and the instructing spiritual master. They are identical because both of them are phenomenal manifestations of the supreme truth. Next described are the devotees, who are divided into 2 classes, namely the apprentices and the graduates. Next are the incarnations, avatars of the Lord, who are explained to be none different from the Lord. These incarnations are considered in 3 divisions: incarnations of the potency of the Lord, incarnations of his qualities, and incarnations of his authority. In this connection, Lord Sri Krishna's direct manifestations and his manifestations for transcendental pastimes are discussed. Next considered are the potencies of the Lord, of which 3 principal manifestations are described: the consorts in the kingdom of God, Vaikuntha, the queens of Dwarkadam, and highest of all, the damsels of Brajadam. Finally, there is the Supreme Lord himself, who is the fountainhead of all these manifestations. Lord Sri Krishna and his plenary expansions are all in the category of the Lord himself, the energetic absolute truth, whereas his devotees, his eternal associates, are his energies. The energy and energetic are fundamentally one, but since their functions are differently exhibited, they are simultaneously different also. Thus, the absolute truth is manifested in diversity in one unit. This philosophical truth, which is pursuant to the Vedanta Sutra, is called Achintya Veda Tattva, or the conception of simultaneous oneness and difference. In the latter portion of this chapter, the transcendental position of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and that of Srila Nityananda Prabhu are described with reference to the above theistic facts. Okay. So now we start the verses. Vande Gurun Isha Bhaktan Ishan Ishvatarakan Tat Prakashams Chat Touch Shakti Krishna Chaitanya Sangikam. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual masters, the devotees of the Lord's incarnations, his plenary portions, his energies, and the primeval Lord himself, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Vande Sri Krishna Chaitanya Nityanando Sahodito Bodhodaye Pushpavanto Chitro Shando Tamo Nudo. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Sri Krishna Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, who are like the sun and the moon. They have arisen simultaneously on the horizon of Goda to dissipate the darkness of ignorance and thus wonderfully bestow benediction upon all. Yadadvaitam mahopanishadi tad apyasha tanuva ya atmantar yami purusha itiso shangsha vibhavaha Chad Aishwaryai Purno Ya Iha Bhagavan Swayam Ayam Chaitanyat Krishna Jagati Paratatvam Param Iha. What the Upanishads describe as the impersonal Brahman is but the effulgence of his body. And the Lord known as the Supersoul is but his localized plenary portion. Lord Chaitanya is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna himself, full with six opulences. He is the absolute truth, and no other truth is greater than or equal to him. And Arpita Charing Chira Karunaya Vatirna Karo Samarpayitam Unnata Java Vasang Swa Bhakti Shriyam Hari Purata Sundara Yuti Kadamba Sandipaha Sada Hridaye Kandare Spurtato Vasachi Nandana. May the Supreme Lord, who is known as the son of Srimati Sachi Devi, be transcendently situated in the innermost chambers of your heart. Resplendent with the radiance of molten gold, he has appeared in the age of Kali by his causeless mercy to bestow what no incarnation has ever offered before, the most sublime and radiant mellow of devotional service, the mellow of conjugal love. Yeah, no other incarnation ever gave the opportunity to develop that kind of, anything to read about or to hear about Krishna's conjugal relationships with the gopis. It was not done by the other incarnations. Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikritir Madina Shaktir Asman Ekatmanavapi Bhuvi Puradeha Vidangato To Chaitanya Pyang Prakatam Aduna Tadvayam Chatyam Aptam Radha Bhavajuti Suvalitam Novi Krishna Swarupam. The loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna are transcendental manifestations of the Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency. Although Radha and Krishna are one in their identity, previously they separated themselves. Now these two transcendental identities have again united in the form of Sri Krishna Chaitanya. I bow down to him who has manifested himself with the sentiment and complexion of Srimati Radharani, although he is Krishna himself. Sri Radhaya Pranaya Mahima Kidrisho Vana Yaiva Swajo Yena Bhuta Madhurima Kidrisho Va Maria Shokyam Kasha Man Anubhavata Kidrisham Veti Lovat Tad Bhavarya Samajani Sachigarva Sindho Harindu. Desiring to understand the glory of Radharani's love, the wonderful qualities in him that she alone relishes through her love, and the happiness she feels when she realizes the sweetness of his love, the Supreme Lord Hari, richly endowed with her emotions, appeared from the womb of Srimati Sachi Devi as the moon appeared from the ocean. Sankarshana Karana Toya Shayi Garboda Shayi Cha Payoda Shayi Sheshash Cha Kashamsa Kala Na Nitya Nandakya Rama Charanang Mamatsu. May Sri Nityananda Ram be the object of my constant remembrance. Sankarshan, Sheshanaga, and the Vishnus who lie on the Karna ocean, Garbha ocean, and ocean of milk are his plenary portions and the portions of his plenary portions. Mayatite Vyati Vaikuntha Loke Purnaishvarye Sri Chatur Vyuha Madhye Rupanga Shod Vati Sankar Shankakyam Tang Sri Nityananda Ramam Prapaje. I surrender unto the lotus feet of Sri Nityananda Ram, who is known as Sankarshan in the midst of the Chaturvyuha, consisting of Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. He possesses full opulences and resides in Vaikuntha Loka, far beyond the material creation. Maya Bharta Chanda Sankashrayan Maya Bharta Chanda Sankashrayangaha Shete Sakshad Karanam Bhubodhi Maje Yashai Kangsang Shri Pumsang Adi Devas Tang Shri Nityananda Ramang Papaje. I offer my full obeisance unto the lotus feet, unto the feet of Sri Nityananda Ram, whose partial representation, called Karuna Dakshai Vishnu, lying on the Karuna ocean, is the original Purusha, the master of the illusory energy and the shelter of all the universes. Yashangs Sri Garboda Shahi Tannavyam Jang Loka Sangata Nalang Loka Shashtu Sutika Dhamma Datus Shri Nityananda Ramang Papaje. I offer my full obeisances unto the feet of Sri Nityananda Ram, a partial part of whom is Garbhodakshai Vishnu. From the navel of Garbhodakshai Vishnu sprouts the lotus, that is the birthplace of Brahma, the engineer of the universe. The stem of that lotus is the resting place of the multitude of animals, multitude of planets, rather. A few more of the Sanskrit verses, and I think we go into the Bengali ones, which are a little easier. Shang sa parat maki lanang Koshta Vishnur Bhakti Dugdhavi Shai Shoni Varta Yad Kala So Pirantas Tang Sri Nityananda Ramang Papaje. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the feet of Sri Nityananda Ram, whose secondary part is the Vishnu lying in the ocean of milk. That Kshirodakshai Vishnu is the supersoul of all living entities and the maintainer of all the universes. Sheshanaka is his further subpart. Mahavishnu Jagat Karta Maya Srijat Yadaha Tasyavatara Evayam Advaitacharya Ishwaraha. Lord Advaitacharya is the incarnation of Mahavishnu, whose main function is to create the cosmic world through actions of Maya. Advaitam Hari Na Dvaitad Acharyang Bhakti Samsanat Bhaktavataram Ishantam Advaitacharyam Ashraye. Because he is not different from Hari, the Supreme Lord, he is called Advaita. And because he propagates the cult of devotional service, he is called Acharya. He is the Lord and the incarnation of the Lord's devotee. Therefore, I take shelter of him. Panchatattvavikam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavatara Bhaktyaktam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. I offer my obeisances unto the Supreme Lord Krishna, who is non-different from his features as a devotee, devotional incarnation, devotional manifestation, and pure devotee and devotional energy. Jayatang Surato Pangor Mamamanda Matergati Sarvasva Padambojo Radha Madana Mohano. Glory to the all merciful Radha and Madhava Madana Mohan. I am lame and ill-advised, and yet they are my directors, and their lotus feet are everything to me. Divyad Vrindaranya Kalpa Drumada Srimad Ratnagara Singhasana Sto Srimad Radha Srila Govinda Devo Prishtali Sevyamano Swarami. In a temple of jewels in Vrindavan, underneath a desire tree, Sri Radha Govinda, served by their most confidential associates, sit upon an effulgent throne. I offer my humble obeisances unto them. Shriman Rasa Rasarambi Mankshivatta Tatasitaha Karshan Venu Swanar Gopir Gopinatha Shri Istunaha. Sri Sri Gopinath, who originated the transcendental mellow of the rasa dance, stands on the shore of in Vangshivat and attracts the attention of the cowherd damsels with the sound of his celebrated flute. May they all confer upon him their benediction. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Glory to Sri Chaitanya Nityananda, glory to Advaita Chandra, and glory to the devotees of Gaura, or Lord Chaitanya. Aitina Tatpara Gauriyake Karichena Atmasat Aitinera Charana Bandham Tine Mora Nata. These three deities of Vrindavan, Madan Mohan, Govinda, and Gopinath, have absorbed the heart and soul of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, followers of Lord Chaitanya. I worship their lotus feet, for they are the lords of my heart. Purport. I should have thought that. The author of Sri Caitanya-caritamrita offers his respectful obeisances unto the three deities of Vrindavan, namely Sri Radha Madan Mohan, Sri Radha Govindadev, and Sri Radha Gopinathaji. These three deities are the life and soul of the Bengali Vaishnavas, or Gaudiya Vaishnavas, who have a natural aptitude for residing in Vrindavan. The Gaudiya Vaishnavas who follow strictly, in the line of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, worship the divinity by chanting transcendental sounds meant to deliver a sense of one's transcendental relationship with the Supreme Lord. To deliver a sense of one's transcendental relationship with the Supreme Lord, a reciprocation of mellows, rasas, of mutual affection, and ultimately the achievement of the desired success in loving service. Shishi Gordita, Shishi Radha Benjamin Hari, Jagannath Balaram, Lady Subhadra Ki Jai. These three deities are worshipped in three different stages of one's development. The followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu scrupulously follow these principles of approach. Gaudiya Vaishnavas perceive the ultimate objective in Vedic hymns composed of 18 transcendental letters and adore Krishna as Madan Mohan, Govinda, and Gopi Jana Ballabha. Madan Mohan is he who charms Cupid, the god of love. Govinda is he who pleases the senses and the cows, and Gopi Jana Ballabha is the transcendental lover of the gopis. Krishna himself is called Madan Mohan, or Govinda, or Gopi Jana Ballabha, and countless other names as he plays in his different pastimes with his devotees. The three deities, Madan Mohan, Govinda, and Gopi Jana Ballabha, have very specific qualities. Worship of Madan Mohan is on the platform of reestablishing our forgotten relationship with the personality of Godhead. In the material world, we are presently in utter ignorance of our eternal relationship with the Supreme Lord. Pango refers to one who cannot move independently by his own strength, and Nanda Mate is one who is less intelligent because he is too absorbed in materialistic activities. It is better for such persons not to aspire for success in fruitive activities or mental speculation, but instead simply to surrender to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The perfection of life is simply to surrender to the Supreme. In the beginning of our spiritual life, we must therefore worship Madan Mohan so that he may attract us and nullify our attachment for material sense gratification. This relationship with Madan Mohan is necessary for neophyte devotees. When one wishes to render service to the Lord with strong attachment, one worships Govinda on the platform of transcendental service. Govinda is the reservoir of all pleasures. When by the grace of Sri Krishna, the devotee, when by the grace of Sri Krishna and the devotees, one reaches perfection in devotional service, when by the grace of Krishna and the devotees, one reaches perfection in devotional service, he can appreciate Krishna as Gopichandra Vallabha, the pleasure deity of the damsels of Braja. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained this mode of devotional service in 3 stages, and therefore these worshipable deities were installed in Vrindavan by different Goswamis. They are very dear to the Gaudiya Vaishnavas there, who visit the temples at least once a day. Besides the temples of these 3 deities, many other temples have been established in Vrindavan, such as the temple of Radha Damodar of Jiva Goswami, the temple of Shamasundar of Shamananda Goswami, the temple of Gopinath, the temple of Gokulananda of Lokanath Goswami, and the temple of Radha Raman of Gopal Bhatta Goswami. There are 7 principal temples over 400 years old that are the most important of the 5,000 temples now existing in Vrindavan. Maybe I'll stop reading here. Are there any questions, comments? No? No? See if anyone. No one asked some questions online either. So I think we'll finish here for today. Sometimes we go another 10 minutes, but I have some more videos of the deities they got to do. So Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. And tomorrow we'll be back with Srimad Bhagavatam. And we'll continue with Caitanya-caritamrita next Sunday.